Hey y'all. Hey YouTube. I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker, professional tarot consultant, and published author. Today I want to talk about a friend's book. It's fabulous. It's wonderful. It's so easy to read. And it is called Kitchen Table Tarot, down to earth advice on all things tarot. And it says learn to read with your own voice and get the answers to all your questions. And this is my friend Liz. Isn't she darling? She's so cute. I just got to have lunch with her husband and son. They were rolling through my town. I know, crazy, right? But so Liz has autographed books on her site, tarot.com. You can go and she will personally vandalize them. You think I'm kidding? No. She writes in them, then she vandalized. Can you see what she did? Yep. Vampired out her little cute, because that's how it looks. Um, and then a couple of cards in here, she wrote little messages on them for me, which just cracked me up. Because here, I'll show you this one. And there's another one in here. Um, this book, y'all, it's down to earth. It's short, little meanings for the cards. Some people have complained that it's too short. Yeah, we all want more of less, but this book is perfect for me. So let me just flip open and read for you. Let's see. We'll read the Tower. And here you get pictures of the cards and a little key phrase, I am rebuilding. And so she talks about the Tower of Babel a little bit. And here's how she talks. She says it's also about rerouting your life. The golden crown gets knocked off man's creations. The men are falling thinking, oh shit, bad idea, do over. The base of your venture was shoddy, scrap it. It's a really approachable, readable voice. She does cuss in this. Potty mouth. So if you're bothered by that, don't get this book. Here we talk, and here's a hard card, the Five of Cups. She says, I call this card the maybe life card, maybe life altogether. Um, it says the child that wasn't meant to be, the friendship that dissolved, the loved one who died so quickly and so soon. We carry these around in ourselves, and when we're feeling like right bastards, we hold them up against our lives to see what would be different. What would I have more? Would I have more security? Would I have joy every day? Would I be loved more, touched more, appreciated more? The time doesn't matter. If it's 20 years later or 1 year later, you can remember that shift inside of you. So again, she doesn't sugarcoat things. She doesn't make it la la sweet and light. That's my specialty. Um, it's a wonderful, wonderful book. It's currently number 9 in Amazon. I just checked on the Amazon when I was getting the link. Like, go, Liz! Uh, the back side of this, she talks a little bit about professional tarot reading, and that's the very last chapter. And I think it's awesome. She gives you, she said, I would read for anyone who would let me. In college, I'd swap a reading for beer or pot money. College was fun. After 5 years, I charged 10 or 20. After 10 years, I was charging 100. Why are my readings so expensive? Well, honestly, it's because I'm good at what I do. Yeah. Um, and she says she felt bad that she was charging. And then Mary Greer, I believe it's Mary Greer, it has to be. She says it's who the book is dedicated to. No, I'm sorry, Mary Elizabeth Strange said, in the old days, the village would bring the wise woman food and firewood and keep your house safe. No one is going to bring you food these days, so there has to be an exchange. Now, she talks about a rose by any name. What should we call you? She calls herself a reader. She says, I've always hated that identifying game. Psychic, tarot reader, mystic, fortune teller. Um, she says psychic gets under her skin a bit. Hey, Liz, I'm a psychic. I'm a psychic. 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 I'll pay for that. Yeah, and she really, really, she talks about tarot etiquette. I love don't touch my cards without asking me first. It makes me stabby. A lot of readers have that. If you go to get a reading by a professional reader, you wait or ask. Um, no food or drink near my deck. I just did a reading, a video on tips for the professional, and that was one of them. No drinks on my table. Um, Payment. So she talks about, making sure you get payment, and what happens when somebody cancels. You get deposits. If you're doing an in-person reading and somebody schedules, you get 50% down. When I do a contract for a gig, my contract specifies 50% down and money at time of me showing up. She talks about social media and business. Um, she said she realized that she didn't have things in common with folks other than that they were tarot people. They hadn't reached out to her. So she says that she decided she was using the tool of Facebook incorrectly for her goals. Her goals were to talk to other people about tarot, to learn, to be engaged and stimulated, and surprised by people. She said she reduced her friends list from 2,500 to 700. Um, Go you. And I'm very clear about the fact that I keep a whole lot of people because they play one of the games I play and I get extra lives. I'm using my friends. And the very last chapter is when readings go weird. Um, so, oh, so she gives some real in-person stories, and that's awesome, just awesome. Um, I'm reading the stories. I can't read them to y'all because I'll laugh while doing them, right while I'm doing them. And then she gives you a conclusion. She wraps it up, gives you recommended readings. Thank you so freaking much for that. I love bibliographies. And then she does acknowledgments, and she talks about Joe, Zoe, and Robert. I haven't met Joe or Zoe, but I've met Joe and Robert. And Robert is my new heartthrob, y'all. He is darling. He is a young man who's going to be something else in this life. So this has been my rambly blah 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 review of Kitchen Table Tarot, a book I really think you need. So seek joy, y'all. Pass it on. And if you want to get a reading by me, go to tarotbyarwen.com. Bye.